3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Anderson. And you're watching freaking Jiggy Jag TV.
Loud and proud, it's Jiggy Jaguar from JiggyJaguar.com.
Thank you. Good night.
Okay. Hi, Terry. How
Hi,
are you?
Slim, or should I call you Shaggy?
Either one works
Okay,
for
so
me.
I like Slim. We'll go with that.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about your performance here tonight?
Sure. Well, we're doing a wonderful show called Broadway by Request, and this is actually a program of selections that the audience right here in McPherson selected for this evening. So we've got Harold Arlen, we've got Richard Rogers, we've got Johnny Mercer, and wonderful, wonderful music. It's going to be a terrific program.
I'm excited to be here.
I understand it's your first show.
First show ever at Opera House.
Fantastic. Well, it's a beautiful venue. The acoustic is great. It should be a fantastic show.
Okay, can you inform us about the experience singing with roles with the Houston Grand Opera, Glimmer Glass Opera, and the Florida Grand Opera?
Sure. I started my career as an opera singer. I trained in the Houston Grand Opera and the Houston Opera Studio, and it was tremendous. I got to work with Carlisle Floyd. That was actually my introduction to Francesca Zambello, who is now a very famous Broadway director as well. Okay. And she and I did the film of Street Scene together. I starred as Rose in that film, which also led me to meet Harold Prince, and was my first job in New York, starring as Magnolia in Hal Prince's Tony Award-winning production of Showboat. And we're actually going to have some music from Showboat tonight, so Jerome Kern is represented as well.
Great. Okay, where were you when you heard about the Kennedy Center Irene Ryan Award nominee? I
was actually in Michigan. I had done a play, a Bertolt Brecht play, called The Caucasian Chalk Circle. Ironically, I played the role of the singer, but I did not sing in the show. And I was very honored to be nominated for that. It's a very prestigious award.
Yes. What was it like when you toured with the Music Man?
Touring with the Music Man. The Music Man was one of the first musicals I ever did, and certainly it represents Americana. I mean, it could have been plucked right from McPherson, Kansas. It's a wonderful show. Touring the country, Burke Moses was Harold Hill, and he was fantastic. Norb Jerder, who is a dear friend of mine, directed the show, and I got to play Marion the Librarian, a role that I've played for many years, and I loved it. I loved singing that music.
Okay. After tonight's performance here in McPherson, where are you going next?
I go back to New York City. I have a birthday coming up, and tomorrow in New York City, I fly back very early. My husband is giving me a birthday party.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay. I know that you're on YouTube, and I noticed the street scene that What Good Would the Moon Be?
What Good Would the Moon Be?
Is a popular video, and why?
It is. What Good Would the Moon Be? Of course, Street Scene was written by Kurt Weill and Langston Hughes, and What Good Would the Moon Be is the heroine song. Rose sings that song. It's a very romantic song, and essentially she's saying that what is the point of living if you don't have somebody who you love to share it all with?
Right. That is very true.
It's very true.
Okay, who were some of your influences growing up?
Oh gosh, in the opera world, I loved Montserrat Caballé. She was probably the greatest influence on me as an opera singer. As a musical theater performer, of course, the great Judy Garland had a tremendous influence. We're going to be doing Over the Rainbow tonight. Great. Barbra Streisand, of course. Actually, Barbra Streisand came to a performance that I did in Los Angeles at the Amundsen Center. She came to see Showboat and asked to meet me after the show, so that was quite a thrill. And, you know, also, when you sing this music, you really have to act it. And there are so many wonderful actors out there. I think Cate Blanchett is a beautiful actress. Of course, she won the Academy Award this year. So it's a very diverse group of people, but they've all influenced me.
Great. Okay, and what can you tell me about your Broadway debut of The Boys from Syracuse?
My Broadway debut was in 2002. Richard Rodgers, once again. Richard Rodgers plays an important part in my life, always has. When I toured the country with Marvin Hamlish, I remember him telling me that I should do a recording of Richard Rodgers' music, and of course I did, and I have that CD with me, Into Your Arms, the Love Songs of Richard Rodgers. But at the end of the run of that show was my introduction to Marvin Hamlish. Marvin had called me and asked me if I would go on the road with him, singing the music of Richard Rodgers, and I had to leave the show, actually, to go and tour with Marvin, but that was a long relationship I had with him, making music all over the world, and a very special one, and dear one, especially now that he's gone. So I treasure that.
Okay. And so is this your first time at McPherson?
It's not only is it my first time in the McPherson Opera House, it is my first time in the state of Kansas.
Oh, man.
I've never been here before, and I'm absolutely delighted.
What do you think about our
I love it.
beautiful opera
It's a
house?
treasure. It's a gem. It should be packed
Yes.
every weekend
Have
with
you
events.
Have you seen the pictures of what it looked like before?
I did not, and I will definitely.
Yeah,
I will
you'll have to
definitely
see
look
those
at those.
because
It's gorgeous.
If you see the pictures what it looked like before they restored it, it's just
I can't imagine.
can't imagine how hard it was to restore this to its.
Yeah,
It was just gutted.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
Okay. Well, I'm very excited about the show tonight.
Me
and
too,
I was very excited to meet you.
So great to meet you.
Thank you
I hope
for-
everybody will come out, those who
I
haven't
hope
got
so,
tickets
too.
already. It's going to be a wonderful show. My Fair Lady, Carousel, The Sound of Music. Everyone knows and loves this music, and so you should come out and enjoy it. And the wonderful Ryan Sharar on the piano.
Well, I know you have a busy schedule today and probably need to get back to work, so I'll let you go, and I appreciate.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it was my first interview, and
You did
on
a
Chick
terrific
Radio,
job.
So
2 thumbs up.
Thank
Great
you.
job, Slim. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I'm Uncle Sam, and I'm watching Jiggy Jag TV.